Hello everyone, and welcome to today's review of the expansions for none other than Rogue Trader. After having a look through the bundles online, I decided to go for the first season pass, which included both the Void Shadows DLC content and, of course, the Lex Imperialis. And while the Void Shadows expansion focuses on a new class called Blade Dancer, whom specialize in actual dual-wielding blades, with an Executioner as its subclass, the other allows you to create an Arbitrator with an eventual subclass of Overseer, which unlocks 4 different kinds of pets at around level 16. I should also mention there are 3 types of Arbitrator you can choose from too, depending on whether you prefer leaning towards shotguns, melee, or shields. You also get 2 new characters you can recruit, each with their own unique storylines, romances, and side quests. Solomorn Anthar, who is part of the Lex Imperialis, makes his first appearance in the expansion on Rykad Minoris in Act 1, both before and after the eventual ceremony, which takes place in celebration of your new role as the newly appointed Rogue Trader. As for Solomorn, he's chasing after the planet's stolen tithe, but becomes recruitable later on after assisting him and the Arbitrators themselves in reclaiming what was taken from a frigate vessel called the Heartless. If you do decide to become an Arbitrator, then for around the first 16 level ups, you'll be stuck with just your base class minus your pet. Which, I suppose is okay, but it did make me a little impatient at first, especially if you're wanting to try the new class out and all of its added features. But as you can see here, I did okay with what I had, plus you get an ability while carrying a shield to bash, block, or topple opponents to the ground, which keeps in line with the class-specific abilities. As for the other new female character, Kibella, who is a Blade Dancer from the Void Shadows expansion set, you'll get to recruit her pretty early on board your flagship itself, after she makes a grand introduction. What you can see here is a quick example of her unique set of talents, which involves wiping foes out with whirling blades in melee combat, quite literally jumping and spinning from one opponent to the next. Now, even I'll admit, getting your first Cyber Mastiff unlocked is an exciting moment indeed. This is just a quick glimpse at everything on my character. I should also mention that the name I chose, Bubbles, just happens to be the name of our little Shih Tzu at home. As for my actual character name, Crunch, meh, it just seemed to fit his whole unique persona.
I'll ram a box down your throat next time! Yes, this area is clear.
After boarding the Heartless following an intense space battle, you'll get to see the Arbitrators up close and personal as you assist them in retaking the vessel, utilizing everything in their arsenal, which, to say the least, is quite daunting indeed. I have to give kudos to the creators of the game for this particular section, as it really does up the excitement as you go from one compartment to another, simultaneously combating both areas whilst you work in unison with the Arbitrators to win the day. The higher difficulties will definitely keep even experienced players on their toes as you go from one epic battle to another, using every available ability to its fullest potential, as the enemy floods the floors with more crew to constantly counter you. At one point, I was quite literally throwing grenades just to try and stem the onslaught. And here's another battlefield from the Void Shadows DLC, whereby you discover some rather troubling invaders on board.
Domin, sacred overlord of the Ark, my protector and friend. How may the of the blood-spun web, your shield, shadow, and blade serve you.
Oh yes.
Sorry, you weren't supposed to see that bit.
I must return to the world of reality, but how I wish I could stay here with you a little longer.
Yoo-hoo!
But yeah, the romance aspects can pretty much go as far as you wish them to, as you help Cabela turn toward either love or the blade. I should also quickly mention that eventually you'll get to visit a new planet that's all medieval styled for the arbitrators. And in regards to this female character running around, find out. Eventually, in yet another epic arbitrator mission, you'll get access to one of the Imperium tanks as you hold off a never-ending amount of foes which will put your characters up against the wall. Nevertheless, when the tank is ready to fire, it's overwhelming. And, yep, both expansions will keep you busy almost until the very end of the game. So expect the unexpected as you progress throughout the galaxy, as I was quite surprised by many twists and turns along the way, including an eventual trial in which you are held accountable for your actions by the full might of the Imperialis arbitrators.
Fire. See you next time.
Oh my god! Game over.
So overall, you may be asking what I thought about the expansions, and yup, they're definitely worth getting, especially if you love anything you've seen in this introspective review. So my advice, go for it, as the developers definitely put a ton of time, effort, and thought into this particular gaming title. You won't regret it, and will have a blast playing it with countless character creations, story options, love interests, and of course adventures. So, if you love this review, then by all means leave me a like, comment, and maybe a subscribe. Until the next one, I'll wish everyone a good day and a brighter tomorrow. Peace out.